post-Finasteride syndrome, PFS, and valproic acid, okay, Depakote and DHB, okay. Should you use it? Okay, so this is my reaction on some viral, effect of one video, and many guys are trying to fix their PFS. Even I have seen even guys with PSSD, they try to fix their issues with DHB, okay, and with Valproate, okay. So in this video I will talk about why probably you should stay away from that, okay. This is also for guys that have been using, okay, things like Valproate, okay. So you will learn a lot in this video, okay. So watch till the end. Please share this video with everyone trying to fix PFS, okay. Share it on some forums or Reddit or something like that, because yeah, there was one video about this really bad idea to fix your issue with valproic acid and DHB, and many guys are using this and they are more messed up than at the beginning, okay. For guys using Valproate, I will tell you what you really need to watch out even after that, because even right now I have guys I work with that are still using these kind of things, okay. So it was many months ago, okay, when I was also talking about why I don't like it, okay. So but here you will learn about the mechanism, why it's supposed to be beneficial but why it is not beneficial, okay. And yeah, maybe we will talk about also some possible, solution, and also what you can do already if you've been taking things like Valproate, okay. So yeah, why DHB is used in some PFS protocol, okay. So it's non-aromatizing, very potent androgen, okay. So it has very high affinity for androgen receptors, okay, higher than testosterone, but similar to DHT, okay. From my point of view, I will use something different if I decide to go synthetic way, okay. So definitely not DHB, okay. It gives stable androgenic signal because it doesn't convert to estrogen too much, okay. So yeah, the claims are that it can resensitize or re-engage, silence androgen receptors in penile and CNS tissue, okay. Also that it increases nitric oxide and libido in some men, okay. So yeah, because PFS involve lower 5-alpha reductase 2 activity, low DHT signaling, androgen receptors overexpression or desensitization, okay, epigenetic silencing, okay. So yeah, so but why DHB fails for many PFS guys, okay. Stay with me till the end. I will talk about Valproate. It's also extremely important. Androgen receptor desensitization versus methylation, okay. So hitting many chronic PFS guys, okay, they have epigenetically downregulated androgen receptor signaling, okay. So if you hit this with more androgens, it will does nothing, okay, if the receptor isn't transcriptionally active, okay. So androgen receptor gene may be hypermethylated, okay. So especially androgen receptors co-activators, okay. So what would you assume? You would assume that improving methylation will be the help, okay. So guys, you always need to fix basics, okay. So if you want to fix the whole picture, okay. So yeah, guys normally feel nothing on things like high dose TRT, DHB, and so on, okay. There are also other things that TRT or DHB will not fix, okay. So in most cases you need to restore androgen receptor sensitivity first, okay. So you really need to lower inflammation, okay. So look, yeah, if you are, for example, if you have celiac disease, okay, you have also higher inflammation in your body, and at the end you have low DHT and low 5-alpha reductase activity. That's the thing, okay. So yeah, I know that I talk about simple things, and these simple things takes time to improve, okay. So it's not like 1 month fix, okay. and you don't want to listen, but they are extremely crucial, okay? So if you will bombard your body with DHB, TRT or something, and your basics are not fixed, this will not lead to any positive results, okay? So there are also other things I talk about in other videos, okay, like high estradiol and so on, okay? If you need my help with personal stack, okay, because all guys are different, okay, so there is some common mechanism, okay, but you have different type of health issues and so on, okay? So you will find email address under this video, okay? So androgen receptor sensitivity, okay, talk about 100%, okay? NADPH, FAD cofactors, okay, to reactivate 5-alpha reductase enzyme, okay? Enzyme then that convert testosterone to DHT. You need to lower inflammation, TNF, alpha, EL6, even things like gluten sensitivity can, you know, block this, yeah? Demethylation strategies, okay, so here you don't even need Valproate, okay, and modulated sirtuins and HDAC balance, okay, so also things like butyrate will help, okay, but I'm not a big fan even like supplementing with sodium butyrate. You need your body to produce more butyrate, and there are other things I will talk about shortly, okay? Yeah, androgen resistance at the receptor side. If AR is upregulated but non-functional, supraphysiological androgens can worsen symptoms, okay, by downregulating the few remaining functional receptors. This is crash after DHB cycles, and I see it in many guys I work with, yeah, because they come from other coaches, they tell them to do this kind of bullshit without even looking at blood test or something, okay? So many these coaches, okay, that coach everything, they don't even ask for blood test. How? What will you fix without blood test, without, for example, Dutch test? Do you know if the DHT is processed 5-beta or 5-alpha ways? Are there any nutritional deficiencies? Okay, so yeah, we talk about also later about these things. Okay, so also neurosteroid imbalance remains untouched with things like Valproate a little bit, yeah, but not with DHB definitely. Okay, so Finasteride didn't only lower DHT, but as a result of that, it blocks allopregnanolone and other 5-alpha neurosteroids, okay? You have also shift in GABAergic tone. Many guys see some positive regarding valproic acid because it can have an effect on GABA, yeah? But it have other 100 negative side effects on the rest of your body, okay? So, guys, chronic glutamate glutamate dominance, okay, so many guys, they don't even be able to take higher doses of TRT because they take, but they have so-called crash, but this is not so-called crash, this is TRT can really boost dopamine and glutamate, okay, so, but if you don't have anything that balance this like GABA, okay, then you will have a problem, okay? So I have one client and he asked me why, if he used TRT with, for example, Valproate, somehow it works, okay? So yeah, because Valproate can have at least positive effect on GABA, yeah? But this one guy has, you will see blood test and you will see a lot of side effects of Valproate, okay? So yeah, DHB does not fix allopregnanolone, GABA, glutamate imbalance. You need to fix it, okay? Otherwise, you can use anything and you will still crash, okay? So why so many guys will not recover? Because they don't have complex strategy. They try to fix just one thing, but you cannot just fix one thing, okay? So yeah. Also mitochondrial energy deficit, okay? So like I said, I will repeat myself, without restoring mitochondrial NAD+, NADPH, redox balance, okay, androgen signaling is impaired at multiple enzymatic levels. One guy asked me, why do we need to improve NAD+? Because NAD+ is responsible for enzymes, okay, so the same like magnesium, last clients, low in magnesium. Magnesium has effect on enzymatic, on enzymes, okay. Also NADPH is involved in 5-alpha reductase enzyme activity, okay. So yeah, if you want to fix the basics, then you can add other things, okay. So DHB cannot override metabolic bottlenecks, okay. So also this enzyme have effect on 5-alpha reductase activity, steroidogenesis, nitric oxide synthase, and AR nuclear translocation, okay. So without energy, without ATP, you will not build something. It is even more prevalent in PSSD guys, okay. And if you took valproic acid, it's even worse, okay. So why valproate acid was thought about in using for PFS? Because it histone deacetylase inhibitor can demethylate switch on silence genes, okay, but it's very broad, okay, very broad. It can have effect on different other genes, okay. So why you want to do this? Why not like normal way? Because I work with many guys and the success rate is quite high, but honestly, even natural things are working really good, and sometimes this like slow and gentle way is better than bombard your organism with, you know, higher doses and so on, okay. So like I said, probably one positive effect is boost GABA and neurosteroids, okay. So that's probably the only one effect, yeah. But try to get off valproate, okay, once you start it, okay. It will be very hard, okay. If you need to fix your valproate damage, you will find a link under my video for a coaching, okay. So it's also anti-inflammatory in CNS, but you have many natural compounds that will do the same, okay. So but only rodent data is showing that it can reactivate silence androgen receptors, okay. So yeah, theoretically it can have epigenetically unlock IR expression and restore 5-air neurosteroid pathways, but this is theory and this is reality, okay. So yeah, valproate is potent GABAergic but also serotonergic modulator, okay. So this may worsen anhedonia, fatigue, sexual blunting in already GABA glutamate dysregulated brains, okay. So you really need to understand this, okay. So I got this question 100 emails per day, okay. So yeah, that they tried you know, valproate and suddenly anhedonia, fatigue and all these kind of things. Again, I talk about other videos, you will find them, okay. Mitochondrial toxicity, okay. So also liver toxicity, okay. So I will talk also hormone metabolism, okay. But valproate inhibits mitochondrial beta oxidation and it can lower ATP, NAD plus and coenzyme Q10, okay. It's pretty well known, yeah. So if you want to have some proof, do mitomi test, or I think mitoswap or something like that. You can do oat test, okay, and so on, and you will see this, okay. So hormone metabolism, okay. Valproate can decrease testosterone, affect estrogen metabolism, and it's really toxic on liver, highly toxic on liver, because I see blood results, okay. Guys taking these kind of things, okay. So if your liver is fucked up, also your methylation will be affected, bile flow and all these kind of things. Bile flow affected, also you will create nutritional deficiency, okay. So yeah, and like I said, it inhibits steroidogenesis. One thing, guys, if you want to fix the after damage from valproate, okay, look at carnitine, okay. So because lower carnitine means carnitine is extremely important for penile tissue metabolism, okay. So yeah, if you don't have like mitochondrial or methylation support, carnitine support during taking the valproate, okay, so you will create mitochondrial dysfunction. That's it. Yeah. So that's many guys that try even get off the valproate, they have this extreme weakness, fatigue, and all these kind of things. Okay, people that takes valproate without NAD plus TCA support, epigenetic reactivation fails and backfire. Okay, so simple as that. Honestly, I will not even start, okay, valproate, but if you want to do this, you need to really fix also these other things, because even in traditional Chinese medicine, they don't use just one supplement for all, but they need like supporting supplements, okay? So yeah, you really need to understand that, okay? So yeah, what would you need to be in place for DHB or Valproate to work? Like I said, I don't recommend at all these both. Yeah, I think there are better ways. Okay, so you need to lower inflammation. You need to have demethylation support, redox optimization. Okay, for neurosteroid, you need GABA glutamate balance. Okay, for mitochondria, NAD plus support. In Valproate, especially, you need to have a carnitine boost, but also be careful with carnitine, okay? You need to know what type of carnitine and what is the dose. Carnitine can have effect on thyroid receptors, okay? Especially with specific dose, okay? So DHB makes sense once androgen receptors is responsive, not when receptors is dead, okay? So because it prevents post-cycle crash, okay? So, but like I said, I will use probably something completely different, okay? VPA you can microdose or pulse with use of redox and carnitine support, okay? That's it, guys. DHB is powerful but useless, okay? If the androgen receptors in silence or mitochondria is broken, okay? Valproate also hurts mitochondria, your testosterone, hormones, liver, all these kind of things, okay? So you definitely need to understand that you will not go further with these two things, okay? So also, yeah, like I said, you need to, if you already have been on Valproate, okay, then mitochondrial fix is more important than ever, okay? So also you need to fix your carnitine levels, okay? And you need to understand that, for example, fatigue, brain fog, and sexual dysfunction that is also coming from valproic acid is because of the hyperammonemia, okay? And carnitine can help to fix this, okay? So yeah, what else? Okay, so like I said, also watch out for carnitine levels, because carnitine can block thyroid receptors, okay? So what else? Okay, so yeah, optimization for our pathways, okay, like I told you already. I prefer boosting butyrate producing bacteria because it boosts 5-alpha reductase activity in gut. It increases serum DHT, okay, so it increases even gut DHT, okay, so things like kestones can lower beta-glucuronidase, you have better androgen clearance. Androgen clearance is also affected by, bad liver health, of course, so you need to understand that DHB and valproate can work in different ways, okay, so you also need to improve methylation for 5-alpha reductase and androgens, okay, so do homocysteine test is inexpensive test, okay, take a look at your folate and B12 levels. Again, one big thing with valproate will mess up with your folate completely and folate receptors, okay, so yeah, if you want to fix your valproate damage already, also you need to increase folate in proper way, yeah, so also another thing, if you look at the fix for PFS is 5-alpha street 5-beta pathways, okay? I also talk about this in other videos, okay? And inflammation shift the mechanism to more 5-beta, okay? Finasteride PFS often upregulates 5-beta reductase, okay, as a compensatory mechanism, okay? So you will have DHT metabolized, but is inactive or not the one that will help, okay? It will also shift bile acid metabolism and steroid balance, okay? So it suppress 5-alpha reductase activity indirectly. How will you find out? Dutch test, okay? So yeah, yeah, my DHT is okay and I don't get any positive effect. Yeah, probably that's the thing, okay? So yeah, guys, yeah, probably that's it. So let me know what you think, and like I said, share this video with everyone who probably will not do this bad thing and start Valproate and DHB, okay, without even knowing the basic mechanism of PSF.